Well, hello. I'm I'm ready to roll. Um and I'm going to get to the point. Today I want to talk about water. We in an emergency situation need enough water to carry us through just in case the stores aren't open or just in case there's no relief, okay? And that is going to mean for everybody out here 1 gallon of water per day per person. Okay, I'm sure a lot of people have heard that, and I've heard, you know, even the federal government say, "Oh yeah, you need 3 days worth of water." I say get at least a month's worth of water for the amount of people that you have in your home. If everybody has a bedroom, that water can be stored in that bedroom. So in the probably like the bottom of the closet, in the back of the closet. The reason I say that um in the closet basically is because uh you don't want to store your water where there's an unregulated temperature. Why? Well, your water does not expire. As you may have seen an expiration date on the bottle, but water itself does not expire. Now, why they put that on there is a manufacturer thing once again. The other thing is that because all of the water that we buy, now almost every single bit of water that we purchase is in a plastic bottle. You don't want to leave that plastic bottle in a window where there's sunlight coming through, and that sunlight can hit that bottle, because then that will cause the plastic to leach. The warmth of the sun, the UV rays will cause that plastic to leach into the water. Last thing you want to do, last thing you want to have happen to your water, because then it's undrinkable. The other thing I want to say is the type of water jug that you actually buy. Now, there are many, everybody has their own water jug, but the one that I want to talk about is a bottle like this. Okay? And why a bottle like this? Well, obviously this is from Costco, but a bottle like this is going to uh be really good because it's sturdy. It Okay, it's very strong. It doesn't flex easily, and it's a good strong bottle, and your water will last a long time in here. So this is 1 gallon of water, okay? And this is the thing that you need to be picking up from your store. Now, I'm sure there are many stores out there that have these bottles, and if you notice, it has its own handle, and this makes it easy to carry. I like these bottles because they're square, okay? And square bottles will fit next to each other in a space better than a round bottle will. There are some other bottles that I have as well, and it's these, okay? And I buy these. It says it's a gallon. Well, it's not exactly a full gallon, but this here is a good bottle. It's sturdy as well. I know it's round, but you, if you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Let me stand up a little bit. Right in here, this here can stack. So it has a handle on it. I can put my hand in there and I'm able to hold on to the bottle. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. It has an indentation here and on the other side as well, so it's easy to hold. But Here's the one I just showed you. Here we go. And watch. They stack. Now, I wouldn't put any more than 3. Uh, you know, and this can go in a corner somewhere so that you have 3 days worth of water for a person. Okay. Now the other ones don't stack at all, but I think it is a really good idea to have them uh, in your home. They'll sit next to each other and they're square so that you can just easily, because round, uh, it's like round things take up a little bit more space than, than a square one would. So let's go ahead and let me explain a couple of more things. Just so you know, I'm here in Texas. Um, what happened in February of this year of 2021 in Texas. To some people, it may not seem like a big deal because if you live up north, you're going to think, oh, well, so, so what? It got cold there. But the issue is with Texas, the way they construct the homes here and the way they construct the apartments here. Not like it is in the north. The homes in the north are they're insulated better than they are here in Texas. We're not down here. They didn't build the homes and apartments to expect that kind of weather, which personally I think is kind of strange, because if you insulate a home and an apartment really well, it's going to keep the heat in the wintertime, and it's going to keep the cold, it's going to keep the heat in. It's going to keep the heat from getting in the summer, and it's going to keep the cold from getting in the winter. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. But apparently they didn't think about that at all. These are the homes in Texas and in I don't know about the rest of the South. I just know that where I live, the homes are poorly constructed. They don't give credence to the fact that the weather is a huge factor in our electric bills. Okay, our electric bills can get pretty high if we're not careful how we're running them. We just had our governor down here tell us, "Oh well, we need you to turn your air conditioner up to about 80, when it's really hot out here." Most people don't want to do that. Now, I don't blame them, because if you're paying for the electricity, you should be able to use it in the way that you want. However, the grid in Texas has its own grid, okay? And it's not like the rest of the country. It's not regulated like that. There were people here in Texas that actually got bills, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10,000 bills from the electric company, and they have to pay them, believe it or not. This is crazy, but this is what happened here. So making sure that your water is safe from extreme heat and extreme cold is going to benefit you. Now, why do you need a whole gallon of water a day? You need a gallon of water so that you can drink water. You need a gallon of water so that you can wash yourself with. During that Texas cold weather, people in Dallas and Fort Worth, and I believe Houston, had live worms in their water when they turned on their faucet. At the bottom of the glass, there were live worms, live parasites in there, and they were moving. Interesting thing is that these people weren't prepared. They didn't have extra water. They had to go out and they had to find water. Okay. And you're not going to want to bathe in that water. So having a gallon of water for yourself and for your loved ones is going to be very important because you have to stay clean. Okay, you and save some of that water to wash some dishes, to brush your teeth, to wash your body, to wash your surfaces. Now, one of the things that you can do to help alleviate using all that water to wash your surfaces, okay, is to buy some white. Okay. You need to go out and get yourself some of this, okay, and then you can wipe down your, this is like emergency stuff. You can wipe down your countertops, you can wipe down your faucets, you can make sure that the doorknobs and other surfaces in your home are being kept, germ free and clean. Okay. This is an alternative to just the regular cleaner that you usually use and a rag or your paper towels or whatever it is that you use. I don't suggest using a lot of paper towels unless you don't have access to, well, and if you don't have access to water, paper towels are going to work fine in a pinch, because you can toss them. Um, and you don't have to worry about rinsing them out like you usually do any of your cleaning rags. The other thing that I would suggest getting, of course, is going to be hand sanitizer. Now, the hand sanitizer will save you from washing your hands in water. You don't necessarily need to wash your hands in the water if you have a decent hand sanitizer. This is a large bottle from, of course, Walmart, and these I got from Costco. So, and don't ever fret, don't ever feel like, oh well, I have to throw my wipes away because they dried out. No, you reconstitute your wipes with some water and they'll be fine. Really, they will be. The It's just that the moisture has dried. It's not that the chemical or whatever was on them has diminished or gone away. You re-wet these and you keep going. The other thing is for sanitation, you save, like if you wash dishes with your leftover water, for example, what you want to do is you want to have a dish pan. Go to the Dollar Tree and get one of those white dish pans, okay, that they have at the Dollar Tree. That is going to be good for you to wash your dish in, and that water, I wouldn't throw it away. Save it for the toilet. So if you go to the bath in a situation where you don't have running water, you can flush your toilet with water. So, like, you get a bucket of water, okay, and you pour the water into the toilet. In essence, you actually flushed your toilet. And everything will go down into the sewer system, just like that. So just be aware that those are some of the ways that you can have extra water in your home. Another way is there's a product called an Aquatainer. An Aquatainer is a large container, okay, that holds 7 gallons of water. It has a spigot on it, and the spigot is on the closure, okay, and it's pretty heavy. I have one, but I'm not picking it up. I'm not picking it up, but it's very large, and you can stack 2 of them on top of the other, so you could stack up to two. I wouldn't stack any more than that because you're talking about a lot of water, a lot of weight on the bottles. Aquatainer is really good. Um, I've had mine for over a year and a half, maybe close to 2 years. I have water in it. It hasn't leaked at all. The water in there is still water. It's in a closet, for example, and I am just letting you know that uh it's a really good idea. Really good idea. Why? Well, and I took my time to fill it up. So I filled it gallon by gallon. Why? It's very heavy to lift, first of all. The second thing is once it sat down, that's where it was going to stay. It was not getting up. I'm not picking that thing up unless I have to. Okay? It's very, very heavy because a gallon of water, what? Um, weighs over, weighs about 8 pounds or something like that, or 5 pounds maybe. So you're talking about 25, 30, maybe 30 pounds. Okay. That's a lot to pick up for, like the elderly. But I think that even the elderly can benefit from having an Aquatainer. Now, it's about $15. It's a little bit of an investment. But when there's no water coming through your faucet, in the event that the um the pipes are frozen or they're burst or something like that, there's no water coming through your faucet, it's not going to matter that a long time ago you spent $15, but your investment is in yourself and in your safety. So that money went to good. Okay, so I have 7 gallons of water that I can pull up anytime and use it if I need to. So that's 7 days worth of water right there. If I bought two of them, that's 14. That's 2 weeks worth of water. Okay. If I have three, of course, it's 21 and so on, and you have 28 days if you buy four of them. Sometimes you have to make investments into your prepping pantry. You really do have to think about what it is that's important to you. Water is going to be important because if you have access to gas, for example, if you have a gas stove, you're going to want to cook your food, and then you're not going to be able to cook your food. I'll talk to you about all of that in another video. But right now, I just wanted to get the word out about water. It's very important that you have it. It's very important that you get it and store it. It's very important that you keep it in a safe place away from UV light, away from the sun, away from heat, away from concrete. And it's also going to be very important that you have 1 gallon of water per person per day to drink. You can make your coffee with it. You can make your tea with it. You can make whatever it is that you powdered drinks or whatever. We'll talk about that another time. But those things are what is necessary right now. So I'm going to leave you at that right now. Next time I come back, I'm going to be talking about water filters. That's going to be something that you're going to need. So until I get back with you, may the Most High bless you, and I'll see you later.